Morning, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to do a quick video this morning, fertilizing. I'm going to show you a new product that I got. I don't think that I think I accidentally deleted the video I was supposed to upload last week, so I apologize about that. If that's the case, I haven't checked. I got to look on my channel, but I'm thinking I deleted it before I uploaded it on accident. So anyways, I'll put this one up, make sure this one gets up. So you've seen that I've been using this stuff here, Dr. Earth. This is the pure gold all-purpose plant food, and it's 111. I actually ordered a gallon of liquid plant food from them because I use it so much, but I ordered this right here. This is Dr. Earth Nitro Big. It's high nitrogen, so it's a 301. And the reason I did that is because my soil lacks nitrogen so much that I figured, you know, I don't need to buy anything that is high in phosphorus, especially phosphorus, but I don't need to buy anything that's high in, well, I do need some potassium. So this has potassium, has a little bit of potassium and nitrogen. So it's got no phosphorus in it. My soil is very high in phosphorus. Bear with me here, I'm trying to open this package. So I figured give this a shot because I like using this stuff. Now one thing that they actually sent like a little product catalog and kind of explained how they make this stuff. Basically what they do is Dr. Earth gets food scraps from grocery stores and things like that, and then they compost it down, and essentially they make this, and it's a compost tea. That's essentially what it is. It's not exactly what it is, but that's essentially what it is a compost tea. So, you know, you're basically buying pre-created compost tea, which, you know, you could make yourself, but, you know, why not? And I also got this on a discount because I'm a part of the Survival Podcast members group. Survival Podcast is a man named Jack Spirko, and he's been doing the Survival Podcast for years. And he talks about homesteading, survivalist type stuff, you know, gardening, all that sort of stuff. And he has partnered with a whole bunch of different companies to give you, if you are one of his paying subscribers, you get all these perks and benefits, and which is really cool. So I got this on a discount using his code, and that's how I'll be ordering it from now on. If you're not a part of the Survival Podcast group, I highly recommend it. If you've never listened to the Survival Podcast, I highly recommend it. It's thesurvivalpodcast.com, and listen to his podcast. And there's something in there for anybody who wants to homestead, garden, farm. If you're into any sort of preparation, anything like that, it's definitely worth listening to. But I'm gonna make this stuff here. I'm gonna give this new Nitro Big a try, and I don't expect it to be like magic because this is not, you know, artificial, but it'll help with the soil. Now this says that this gallon container says 2 tablespoons per gallon of water. This is a 2-gallon can, so I'm going to be using 4 tablespoons, roughly. So that's about 1, about 2, about 3, about 4. That's roughly. So I'll have to do that multiple times. I'm not going to show you all of it, but I'll show you using it just this one time. Because I've got to do a bunch more. Hold on one second here. I got to do a bunch more watering today, and well, this technically is like fertigating because it's watering it, but it's also giving it fertilizer. So you don't have to do this with their product, this liquid product. You can pump it at the base of your plants and then run a sprinkler and it waters it in, but I kind of like doing it this way because I don't know exactly how much to put at the base of the plant. Now, one good thing about just putting it at the base of the plant is you don't get the runoff that you do with the fertigation. But we'll just do it this way. This is the way I usually do it. So far I've gotten 9 pumpkins harvested this year. I've got more growing. They have attracted bees, and I haven't been really pollinating the pumpkins, but I keep seeing baby pumpkins growing, and that is thanks to the bees. But let me see here. I've got a couple tomatoes that need to be picked, so I don't want to get this stuff on them. I think I might just go ahead and pick them. See, here's one here. Go ahead and pick it. And I'll just stick it in my pocket here. Here's one here. I have a spider web all over me. But you can see they're starting to turn, a bunch of them are starting to turn yellow. These wonderful yellow pear tomatoes, I love them. They are very, very good eating. Now, this will get on some of these tomatoes, but the one thing I will say is that if you have tomatoes, this one is split, so I'm not going to keep that one. That one, see how it's split right there? I'm just gonna chuck it and let the animals eat it. But if you have something that you get some of this like fertilizer type stuff on, but you're not going to pick it right now, stuff like that, it's not a big deal because it's going to sit in the sun, and the UV light and all that stuff is going to basically sterilize it. So you don't really have to worry if it's not something you're about to eat right away, but it's not a bad rule to, something that you're not gonna cook. Just be careful what you're putting on it, that's all. It's not that you can't fertilize with liquid fertilizer and all that sort of stuff. It's just be careful, like for example, greens and stuff like that. If you're gonna use liquid fertilizer as like a foliar feed, really with greens I wouldn't do that. But if you're going to use a liquid fertilizer and it gets on the greens or something like that, then just make sure you wash them with a product and not just with water. You can make your own with vinegar. I don't think any of these okra are going to do well, but you can make your own fruit and vegetable wash with vinegar, and you can look online how to do that. But you can also, I gotta change how I'm doing this, I don't want it to splatter all over the place here. You can also buy pre-made stuff and do it that way, but doing that will it's not just using, because really water is not going to get any, like if there are any fertilizer or microbes or anything like that, it's not going to get it off, so water is good to get sediment and stuff off of, but you're not going to get, if you're worried about something like this fertilizer on it, or if you're worried about microbes, which I wouldn't worry about it too much, but then you can buy fruit and vegetable wash. It also gets any sort of pesticides off and stuff like that. You can buy it or you can make it. So look it up online how to make it with vinegar. I've done it both ways. Or you can go, I know like our local grocery store, just you can buy bottles of it. And it's you can buy it, you can buy it in a spray bottle, so you just spray the produce with it, or you can buy a jug of it and then you mix it with water and you soak the produce in it. So that's what I would recommend. Anyways, like I said, it's gonna be a short video today. I don't have a ton of time, and I don't want to bore you with me just watching me do this over and over and over again. But yeah, that's what I'm trying out this new Dr. Earth product, Nitro Big, and it worked out better to get. I use it so much, I'm like, you know what, I better buy it in a big gallon. You can buy it up to, I think on their website, you can buy it up to 5-gallon jugs. They have 1 gallon, 2 gallon, and 5 gallon, I think. So it worked out to be cheaper to buy a gallon of it than to continue to buy those little pumps. So that's what I did. I highly recommend using Dr. Earth's products. I'm pretty sure they're all organic. And, you know, like I said, this stuff here, basically they're trying to close that loop of food scraps, you know, so they'll, instead of it just going to a landfill, they take them, compost them down, you know, make these products with them, which are essentially concentrated compost teas, and then you put that back into the soil, and that closes that loop. So you've got, you know, the plants give you produce, you know, we eat some of it, but of course some of it's going to go to waste. So, but instead of it, you know, going to waste, they do this with it and put it back in the soil. So yeah, they also have like pellet fertilizer. They have organic pesticides, organic fungicides, I think they have. So they have a whole bunch of stuff, you know, soil amendments, all sorts of stuff. So I highly recommend checking them out. I think it's just drearth.com. I don't know if it says on here. Yep, right there. drearth.com. So go check it out and get you some stuff. And if you want a discount, join the Survival Podcast and you can get yourself a discount. Anyways, thanks for watching, and like I said, this video will be going up. I will not be accidentally deleting it. I'll make sure of that, and I will be back next week with a new video. And I appreciate you watching. Please please leave a comment, let me know you were here, and I will see you next week.